don't know about you, but I just love cats and all the weird things that they do. And really, to a cat, these behaviors are not weird or silly. It's just how their little feline minds work. I'm not saying that you have to become a cat to better understand one. You just simply have to think like one. And don't worry, I'm here to show you the ways of the feline mind. Here's a fun collection of silly cat behaviors explained, like sleeping on your head, that little bread loaf position we all adore, plus a few others. Just keep watching. Why does my cat like to sleep on my head? Not every cat does this, but some do. And when they do sleep on your head, they really sleep on your head. My Maine Coon mix, Mr. Purple, will do this, and with all of that hair of his, it makes it a little bit difficult to breathe, let alone sleep. But just as cat owners do, I let him do it because I love him and it makes him happy. But do you know why cats sleep on your head? Well, there are two reasons actually. The first reason being that this is the warmest part of your body where heat escapes from. And as we all know, cats simply love to be warm. The second reason? Because cats do not like to be disturbed when they're sleeping, and your head is much less likely to move versus your arms and legs. Some also speculate that your cat likes the smell of your shampoo, but I'm not too certain on that one. Why do cats love to sit in that little bread loaf position? Cats will sploot, which is simply magical, but that bread loaf position that they do is pretty darn cute too. When your cat sits in this position, with their feet tucked under them, observe their facial expression. Oftentimes your cat is in a relaxed state, so much so that their eyes are partially or fully closed. Generally speaking, a cat who is lying with their paws tucked underneath them is considered relaxed. They aren't preparing to defend themselves or run away. Being always on guard is the true nature of a cat. So for them to position themselves in a bread loaf position ultimately means that they do not see or sense any potential dangers surrounding them. Therefore, they position their bodies in this loafing style as to relax. Why does my cat follow me to the bathroom? When we are in the restroom, we prefer to hang out there alone. It's not exactly a social time for us, excluding the mobile device that sometimes finds its way into the bathroom with us. Your cat, however, does not care what you are doing in there, and if you attempt to shut the door, this triggers their curiosity even more than usual. What is this strange contraption separating me from you? Are you coming back? Will you ever feed me again? Are there other cats in there with you? The list is endless, really, and this triggers their odd cat behavior into overdrive. By leaving the room to relieve yourself and putting a barrier between the two of you, this only intrigues your cat's curious nature even more. Now, we would never go into our cat's litter box while they're handling their business, but I think it goes without saying that your cat doesn't care about your privacy. But in defense of felines, neither do dogs. Remember, cats are micromanagers, and they must know what is going on at all times. This includes you when you're trying to sneak off and go to the bathroom, human. Why does my cat get the Zoomies? Dogs certainly do this silly behavior too, but for them it's generally following a bath. Also known as the cat crazies, this can happen after your cat goes number 2, or simply just because. When it's after they've had their moment in their litter box, it's a chemical reaction that makes them excited for having released a bowel moment. That gut-brain connection is a very real thing, even for cats. But additionally, your cat is literally zooming away from that nasty poop they don't want to be anywhere near. When it's simply just because, and usually when you're not expecting it, your cat may choose to release their pent-up energy by way of going bananas all over your house. If you've returned home after a long outing, your cat can get the Zoomies because they are naturally excited that you're home, and this has triggered their feline minds that it's time to party. Most of all, your cat doesn't care if you're exhausted. They get the Zoomies on their watch, and you just better hope all those breakables are out of the way. Something to keep in mind though, if your cat is yowling or angry when they're experiencing cat Zoomies, this could be a cause for concern. If your cat is in pain, they act this way as a way to express their frustration. Why does my cat always act like they're starving? Oh, our cats have us so well trained, don't they? We all know how this goes. You feed your cat and they pretend you haven't. Or you're sleeping, like dead asleep sleeping, and they sit on you meowing loudly to get up and feed them. But there's food in their bowl. You're half asleep, scratching your head, shuffling back to bed. But not after you've given them more food, of course. Cats seem to train us to feed them regularly at their demands for a few reasons. Your cat is all about cleanliness, and they're all about freshness too. If that cat food has been sitting out, your finicky cat might not want to eat it simply because it's not fresh enough for their high standards. There are a few more other reasons, though, for your cat's consistent demand for food. Think about the bowl that you're using to feed them, and now consider your cat's whiskers, which are embedded 4 times as deep as their fur. These wispy receptors on their face are highly sensitive to touch, and your cat won't shove their face deep to get food out and risk the discomfort. Additionally, your cat could be demanding more food if you've held out on the good stuff, such as the canned topping that goes on their dry cat food. Your cat is no dummy, and they've trained you well to give in to their demands, which are usually food. If you love learning about interesting feline behavior, stay tuned to the next video on the Cattitude Daily YouTube channel to learn why on earth it is that cats love to lick plastic. I promise the answer will likely surprise you. So just keep watching. You know you want to.